we are doing something different, and I got to be honest, man. There's a lot of things that happen in comedy, and there's not a lot of people talking about it, right? The main thing that I notice is that there's a lot of different cultures within comedy, and they're all helping each other. But when it comes to black comedy or urban comedy, there's always issues. Like, here's an example. You look at Fluffy, right? You look at Fluffy, he moved to San Antonio, and he works with a lot of different comics. He works with a lot of the younger comics. He's helping them find a path or a pipeway, right? And now we have Felipe, what is it? Garza? Is it Felipe? Felipe Esparza. But you can see how Latino comedians help other Latino comedians, right? And now you have Asian comedians, right? You have the Ali Wongs. You have these comics are helping other comics. When you have white comics, you have the Rogans and the Rogan spheres, you have the Adam Sandlers, and you have these people that are helping other, and we had that at one point, right? We had the Eddie Murphy, you had the helping, like, what is the movie called again? It's damn, I'm feeling stupid now, but it's the Eddie Murphy movie with Harlem Nights. There it is. We got Harlem Nights. It was a group of black people. Like, there was a time where Eddie Murphy was making movies and Hollywood was not having a good time because Hollywood was like, why aren't there any white people in these movies? But it seems to be, to me, in comedy, if you're not involved with a black comic, or if you're not involved with a black, what is the word? A black production, then you're not gonna help out. I really do. I think that this is why we don't get ahead. I think that the problem with the black culture in comedy is that everybody wants to outdo everybody. Nobody wants to help. Like, why couldn't you just, like, as an older comic, you don't know how to do the internet. Why don't you get somebody that knows how to do the internet? But instead you're like, nah, I'm cool. I like doing bars. I like doing shows at bowling alleys. Also, it happens to the problem for me is that you get older, and then when you get older, you ask for help from the younger. Like, okay, let's keep it a buck. What happened to the money, old black comics? Y'all was on TV. Y'all were touring. Where's the money? Because I feel like there's some comics that did really well, and then you have the comics that were wah wah wah. Those were the ones that were wearing suits. I don't know, the Steve Harvey era. What happened to y'all? Like, I would love to see the true Hollywood stories, right? Not the sugar-coated, we all loved each other. We're all great. We love you. Nah, talk about somebody's mama. Tell me about the real deal. Who was fucking who? That's what I want to know, because it seems like that era, they did no wrong. Even though there was a lot of people that signed their life away and they lost money. Let me tell you, like, they say took a lot of people's money. I think that's the white dude. They said he took a lot of people's money. People signed their life away. And I think they're bitter. The older blacker comics are bitter because the younger comics now are making the money that they should have made. Let's really talk about it. Is that why they don't like the internet comics? Because they have this thing where they say a lot of comics, the internet comics are getting it too easy. Before Def Jam, it was difficult, right? But after Def Jam, everybody was getting a deal. Y'all don't talk about that. Y'all don't talk about how many comics weren't doing comedy for a long time, and now all of a sudden they became big names and they went on to do great things. Y'all don't talk about those people. You only talk about internet comics. They don't work as hard as other people. I think that's fucked up. I think you should be ashamed of yourself, old black comics. Nate Jackson is doing something right now that all the black comics were complaining about. They were like, can we please, look, somebody needs to bring Def Jam back. Somebody needs to bring back Comic View. Guess what? It's back. But you motherfuckers ain't sharing it. You know why? Because they didn't call me. They got favoritism. No, how about you suck? How about you've been telling the same joke since 1983? How about it's time for you to change? How about it's the hardest thing for people to do is to grow, right? Some people get in their old ways. My mama loves watching her stories. I tell her, Mama, watch something else. She goes, you watch something else. This is how she is. And that's how I look at the comics. The comics that I love are 60 years old. They start to lose their mind at 60. Think about your grandma. That's the comedians. They are delusional. And I want to help them. I went to help my grandmama. I want to help you old ass motherfuckers. But your pride is too big. That's the problem. Your pride is too big. And it's because you once were at the mountaintop. So you feel like you can look down upon us and tell us what to do. No, nigga. No, I'm sorry, but times have passed you by. She keeps on passing me by. It's over for you. So how about put all your resources into a younger comic? How about you use all your resources? How about you could be the trainer like a boxer? Come on, Rocket. You can do it, young Rock. But instead, you want to hate on the younger generation. It drives me crazy. Is there no loyalty in comedy? Is it just business? If it's just business, say it. Just say, hey, it's all about business. We're not friends, okay? We're coworkers, and we don't like all of our coworkers. But that's not what they say. They say, dude, you're fucking cute, bro. You want to go tubing? No, I don't fucking want to go tubing, bitch. I can swim. Don't try to play that fucking shit. But I don't want to get on a tube with you because I don't even really like you. I really don't. I'm sorry. I know people want to act like, oh, dude, he's so cool. Fuck you. I got a family to fucking take care of. Why do I want to be friends? Now we could be coworkers. We could be cordial. But I don't give a fuck about what you got going on. Why do I care? You just came in my life 3 days ago. But if we have a relationship, right? Let's say, for instance, we're working together and you blow up. I don't want nothing from you. I don't give a fuck. Kudos to you. There's a problem with comics that they do not want to celebrate other comics. I want you to win. I want you to win, baby, because I want to win. And I think that what you put out is what you get in. There's a saying. What is the saying? It says, as above, so below. As within, so without. I don't even know. That sounds like Gandhi, but it's probably Snoop Dogg. But the fact of the matter is that what it means is you get out what you give. And there's a lot of comics in San Antonio and Austin that are opportunists. They're friends with you for what they can benefit from. And I get it. That's business. But they disguise it as friendship. And that's the problem, right? Now I have to worry about, are you genuine? Or are you doing this because there's a possibility of something happening? And because we live in Austin, and because Cam Patterson became on SNL, and because Ari Maddie went off to be on, Netflix as a joke, now we're like, hey, we got to be nice to everybody because we never know who's going to be the next big thing. That's the same thing with comedy clubs, right? The mothership is the anchor. And if you follow the anchor, you're going to get the trickle down from the water. You're going to get a trickle down. So if you go against the anchor, you're going to sink, bitch. But I feel like there has to be integrity in the business. Somewhere there has to be integrity. I think that we have lost integrity and we're focused on money. And if that's what you want, by all means, do what you do. A lot of the black comics in Austin, there's some that are legit, and I fuck with y'all. But there's a lot of, hello, my baby, hello, my darling, hello, my Brooklyn. They look like the frog from the WB. And it's all for $1. White people go and say, how can I offend other races for $1? If that's what you want, by all means, you see it can happen. Why do you think Tony's famous? There's a certain group of people that come to kill Tony. It's not, if you look in the crowd, see how many black people are in the crowd. Look at any show and see if you see an afro in the building. It white males that want to say nigga. That's who it is. And nobody wants to talk about it. They're like, but it's comedy. Now you have a group of the next generation of comics that are like, how can I get Tony's attention? What if I say the N-word? What if I make fun of Asians? What if I make fun of gays? I got to say the R word. But this is comedy, guys. Now, the regular person, because I thought everybody loved comedy, and there's people that don't give a flying fuck. But all they see is racist jokes. And they're like, dude, that's hilarious. If that's the type of comedy you like, by all means, that's up to you. But I want smart comedy. I want something that's going to move me, something that's going to move the people, but also be funny. Like, I haven't got there yet. I say stupid jokes. I make fun of little people. I make fun of how women, I won't do that yet. But I make fun of some shit. And I'm learning how to be more thoughtful in my jokes, right? Being a dad, I talk about how all the women say it's hard to be a mom. I'm a single mom. And I can't. All I do is get $700 in food stamps. And all I do is go out at night and drink box wine. You know them bitches. And it's so hard. And I don't get any help. But I live in a government assistant house where I only pay $3 rent. And it's so hard. And I got child support for 7 kids. And it's so hard. And me being a single dad, I get none of that. And it's not that hard. Could I use some help? Yes, but I'm not going to sit here and cry. You know why? Because the women will say, what kind of man are you to complain? Get out there and work hard. And I say to you bitches, suck a dick. Get off your ass and work hard. And if you got a vagina, you shouldn't be poor. I'm just being honest. A wet pussy and a dry purse is a dumb bitch. That's some pimp talk, but if you ain't know, now you know. That sound, nigga, that was a bar. Yeah. So look, we're gonna do these every once in a while. But it's up to you. Do you like me talking shit about the OGs? Because they're gonna be mad and I don't give a fuck. They're about to die anyway. They are on life support. So you tell me. If you don't like it, I'll stop doing these. No, I'll probably, if you say no, I'll probably do more. So say no. And I got 2 messages from ladies with C-sections last time. Thank you. Hey, pussy was tight. I mean, I can't say that online. Can I say that? So, I need more. Hey, you can be big. You got to just lift up to show me the C-section. I gotta see. All right, let's get up out of here. Bye, guys.